Hilfiger. Star Report, Thursday evening. I am your host, Troy Terrain, PKA Star. All right, R. Kelly sentenced to 30 more years on top of the other 30 he received in Brooklyn, New York. R. Kelly more than likely will die in the penitentiary. Sad way to go out. I've got the notes here. Recently convicted in Chicago, his home state. And these sentences will run concurrently. So, it's not like, 30 years and then he has to do another 30 years. He may get out, I don't know, if he gets a pardon. I haven't even done the real research, to be honest with you. Or after he serves more than 20 years in a federal prison. I don't want to list the crimes because of the very sensitive YouTube algorithms, plural. But it's a trending story. Robert Sylvester Kelly, 56 years of age, sentenced to 30 years in prison after a jury found him guilty on 9 counts. And then, as I said, the Chicago case, just all sorts of tampering with juries, If anybody has really followed this case, I know that the plaintiff Jane, she did a whole series about a year ago on YouTube. But other people, if you want to call in, I'll let you talk. My approach tonight will be to try and be a little bit more informative with the younger generation. What to look for, what to stay away from. Now, some of you are going to have to touch the fire to know that it burns either way. And I met R. Kelly one time, if this even matters. Came on the Star and Buckwild show, Hot 97. It may have been 2002. I don't remember. But the singer Sparkle, something happened between them. Maybe he stopped dealing with her. Maybe she left his production. Oh, I don't know, something. But he had about 4 or 5 guys with him. And he was a really nice guy, R. Kelly. That's what I remember about him. And I was talking a little slick about Sparkle. He just kind of smiled and laughed, but he didn't dump on her. The point of me saying that is because I got a sense about him that he may have been just a unique musician, which clearly time has shown us. And the other people around him, were enablers. Again, I don't know for certain, but I think that he may be the victim of, greedy, vicious enablers, people who saw a gravy train. What's the other terms I used to use? I'm forgetting. I'll come back to it. But, just people in the industry. I'm sorry. An atmosphere of acceptance. Let me write that down. R. Kelly was surrounded by an atmosphere, in my opinion, of acceptance. People from the lower income areas, and then the money starts coming in, and then they start, their morals become compromised. They allowed him to do certain things that he has been convicted of. I don't even have to say allegedly. And I believe he did some things that were, not within the best interest of his career, the people around him, and victims who finally came forward. But anyway, that's my top story. And I'm going to be very, very careful, pardon me, because of the, hey, Deeds, somebody's trying to really spam my live chat with some crazy stuff. Can you take care of that? There's algorithms, as I already said, and if you can't respect my show, let's just get you out of here. I hate to say that so early. Hold on. Jesus. Hold on. Wow. I never do this. I never do that. I never say, block somebody. That actually has something to do with my showrunner, our FBA and ADOS losing teams. But let me just finish up on R. Kelly. Convicted. The story itself is troubling because, again, so talented, but at the same time, the people who I feel sat back and watched him do these crimes over the years, decades, if you will, decades. And I don't know how he'll be treated in the penitentiary, and that's not really my goddamn concern. Some people, we should be more concerned about the victims. Yes, mental health is real, everybody says. How people will move forward if they have been damaged or scarred. I don't know that world like that. But anyway, that's my top story. Now, let me get to the showrunner. Are FBA and ADOS losing teams? It's a good thing I didn't do a show last night because I had a situation and I had to pull over. And I'm not going to tell you about the situation just yet because if you don't like me, you won't see it my way. And that's fine. I'm not looking for approval. But myself, 58 years of age, I'm done with certain things in life. Certain things I just don't want to continue doing or being greeted with nastiness, poor customer service, people who take kindness for softness. I'll just give you a little context. But again, I'm not going to tell you the whole story right now because I want to ask the question. It's just a question. Are FBA and ADOS losing teams? You should know what FBA stands for, Foundational Black Americans, ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery. I want to talk about the lineage, not anybody's group. I'm not taking shots at anybody's channel, nor any social engineers. When you're calling tonight, if you try to go after somebody, I will push the button, we'll get you out of here. That's not what this is about. Anyway, yesterday, I was faced with nastiness once again. Now, do I do too much at times when I'm out and about? I'm an uppity man from the north, so I'm very confident. Very confident. I speak loudly. I'm very assertive. Some people think, oh, he's got a chip on his shoulder. I guess I'm not docile enough. I don't have enough urban slang, and I don't speak with broken English enough to make some people comfortable. Anyway, situation, I went to pick up some food. And the place that I went to get the food from, I've been going there for a couple of months. 2-3 times a month. I always tip. They got the big ass, dusty, dirty tip jar. Sometimes I put in a 5, sometimes 10. Even though I'm greeted by someone who's, half the damn time she's doing this when you come in, and you're just nonsense. And a situation happened. Again, I'll get to the entire story later on, but I just said, no more. I walked out, long story short, drove off maybe a half a mile, pulled over, lit up a cigar, and I had a conversation with myself, as I always do. And I said, Troy, you need to do a little thinking about this whole ADOS FBA thing. And the people that have been good to you in your life. And do you know who I thought of first? Jamaicans. Jamaicans have been good to me. And here I take shots at Jamaica. I've never been to Jamaica. Maybe I need to go. Maybe I need to go to Trenchtown. I'm not the type of person that would ever say sorry. No. But I think I owe them, I don't know, some type of a little bit more respect. What do you say, Troll Babies? Chime in early before I go all off the rails. No alcohol tonight, by the way, just water. Jamaicans have been great to me. Some of you hear me talk about running with the Shower Posse in the early 80s. Did I ever even explain how we connected? There was a mutual respect for one another. Just some guys I met on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn standing in front of a goddamn restaurant. Next thing you know, I'm hanging out with them. I didn't even know what the shower posse was for the first year. But we were vibing. And back in those days, yes, I'm going way back into time. Jamaican families, as I think I've said this to you before, were very particular about letting Yankees or just outsiders sit at the dinner table. The dinner table. Because they came here from Jamaica to better themselves. Both parents worked. So family time at the dinner to them was very sacred. They didn't just let anybody come in. Jamaicans have been good to me. Puerto Ricans have been good to me. I've never been robbed by a Puerto Rican. Here I sit talking about Puerto Ricans coming through the window at 3 o'clock in the morning to get a flat screen. I've never been robbed by Puerto Ricans. I have robbed them. I tell jokes about Puerto Ricans, cruel jokes. But the truth is, Puerto Ricans have been great to me. Puerto Ricans have never beat me on cocaine in the 80s. Can you believe that? But you know who did beat me on drugs? Break into my apartment twice on 152nd Street between Broadway and Amsterdam? FBA niggas. ADOS niggas. Now, these are newer terms for those of you who don't even know what I'm talking about. FBA, ADOS. These are newer terms. They don't hold that much weight with me. I am connected by way of lineage. I don't have to belong to somebody's group or answer to any fucking body. So yes, I was sitting in my car thinking after, I walked out of that restaurant and I said, damn, Jamaicans have been good to me. Puerto Ricans. Then I started going down the list. People from Grenada have been wonderful to me. Cuba, Dominican Republic, Cayman Islands, I've met a few people from back in the days. St. Lucia. And I've never even been to these places. Antigua. I've got family, as I've said to you before, from St. Kitts. I'm going to start claiming my St. Kitts family. Folks, I'm not trolling. Just sit tight on the phones. I see you. This was a revelation of sorts yesterday. And I'm glad I didn't do the show last night because I would have went really left and just said some really, really disrespectful stuff about ADOS and FBA. So tonight it's just a question. Are they losing teams? I'm tired of the singing, the marching, complaining. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. 58 years of age. Who are the people in place in politics? Or are there any? Or is it just a whole lot of people, kicking up dust? To be respectful. Reverend Al Sharpton is a great man. Very good to me. I don't want to take shots at anybody from the ADOS camp, but holy smokes, what happened to that movement? Something about certain things weren't trademarked in the business, and then they start squabbling. Huh? Kicking up all that goddamn dust, and you didn't even handle your business behind the scenes, and are FBA and ADOS losing teams? If you call in, be respectful. You mention somebody else's name, I'm just going to hang up on you. That's not what this is about. That's not what I do. Also, if you want to call in and talk about T.I., rapper T.I., Clifford Harris, he's now saying, I saw the interview with him on Rich Trapper on YouTube. Rich Trapper. Salute to this young man. T.I. is saying that he made the story up about snitching on his dead relative. Anybody give a goddamn? It says he made the story up. If you care. Sit tight on the phones. As I said, I just want to get this off my chest because I had a moment yesterday and I just said, ADOS, FBA, really? Really? What is the game plan? I just see a bunch of people squabbling, and I don't want to be squabbling myself. Life is too good. Hang on a second. Hey, Desiree, I got your donation. Thank you very much. If you don't have a plan, maybe I'll just distance myself. Now, again, you may think this is me just being petty. He's on his period. No. I'm just tired of the bullshit and the disrespect. I'll tell you just a little bit more about what pushed me over the edge. There's other examples, but I'm just going to tell you about what pushed me over the edge yesterday. I go to this restaurant. As I said, I've been going there a couple of times a month. I tip. I'm patient. They're always out of some food. They're always out of something. Foundational Black American restaurant, to be precise. Always out of something. And the fat-ass chef who never really has said anything to me in a couple of months since I've been going there. I say hello when I'm in there. He barely half-ass, tried to play me yesterday on an old-ass fucking plate and some styrofoam that somebody else didn't come to pick up. It was sitting there for a couple of hours, I'm sure. He tells me, we got a plate here if you want to get that one instead of the one you just ordered. I said, no, I'm okay. I'm going to get what I'm getting here. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact details just yet. I'll finish up later because, again, if you don't like me, you'll say, you was tripping. No. I bit my tongue until he tried to loud talk me, as FBA niggas do so well, don't they? Tried to loud talk me. And I clapped back very calmly, left, and didn't even pay for the plate that I ordered when that came. So I won't be going back, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. The nasty customer service and the way that I have been treated over the decades. Now, it's not to say I won't do business with you, but I'm gonna keep my distance. That's all I want to say, right? For right now. Area code 718. Good evening. I'm having a discussion of sorts.
The Star was good.
Yes, sir. How are you? Star. Good evening.
I want to talk about FBA and ADOS.
Okay. Don't mention anyone's name, sir, or I will hang up on you. I'm not here to take shots.
Star, I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't even know what that has any relation to. I don't even know. I have no idea.
Okay.
But I do go through these daily experiences myself with a particular group of women that are my particular group of women, and this has been going on my entire life, from my mother, my sister, women I've dated, women I've dealt with, and when I hear you talk about these many stories the last few months, it was something I kind of wanted to fight against, but then I'm like, he's making too much sense, and I go through these incidences way more often than I want to, but then it's like at the same time when I hear you talk about the defeatist mentality, it's like, damn,
right.
How can I
defeatist mentality? Yeah. Always seeing the glass as halfway empty as opposed to halfway full. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, I get into it with a mammy or whatever, and then it's like I can easily blanket every black woman, black male, but it's like, really cannot do that, because then at the same time you got to think about all the great black inventors we had that are FBA, all the great black creators, scholars that we've had and still have.
Salute. Salute. But here, hang on a second. I don't mean to cut you short. I want us to have a good conversation. But here and now, moving forward, at my age, 58, I have to make a decision for myself. And I'm like 50-50. Maybe I'm 55, even 5% over. I'm done. But let me just say something with regards to what you said. I've been treated better by Jamaicans and other groups from Grenada when I sit and think about it. But go ahead, you're saying, go ahead.
And I could tell you a very good reason for that, because they don't come from the same conditions we come from. So one, they're not as spoiled, and they have a little bit more appreciation just for life. Here, we're spoiled. We want what we want when we want it. We're capitalists, so we have a different mentality and a different mindset where we don't care about each other. We don't respect each other. It's only about money, money, money. That if you don't have money, we don't care about you. We don't respect you. But when people from other countries where they grew up poor, they learn to appreciate each other and just life in general, where we don't. We only value material things.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Again, this is just me at my age. Someone else much younger can say, Star, you talking that old-ish, and that was back in the days, and that's fine. But before I check out, I'm shifting gears. Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
All right, one.
Yeah. I'm looking for a sponsor that may call in from area code 973. Folks, I would like to talk to black people tonight. No white people, sorry. No Puerto Rican people, black people only. You don't have to agree with me, but I think this discussion is very much needed. It's needed. What are some of the other places? Hold on a second. I was sitting in my car smoking a cigar for about damn near a half an hour. Aruba, never been there. Montserrat. I've met a few people from there, never had an issue. Anybody ever been to Costa Rica? Maybe I should go. Belize. Most of these places I've dumped on. Venezuela, Chile, El Salvador. Laugh if you must. African Americans, or whether you claimed you already here. If you can't trace your lineage to where you think you came from here in America, stop it. Stop it. Area code 347, R. Kelly has been sentenced again. Do you give a damn? He's out of here. Area code 347. Yes, no, maybe. Gotta go. Thank you for trying. Hold on. Let me go to area code 310 in the meantime. 310, you there? Good evening. Good evening.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, this Big Sam, man, calling from South Central LA.
Hey, how are you, man? What's cracking?
Hey, just speaking on thing about the Adolf SBA thing, just a quick second.
Yep.
I think in the beginning they was gaining real good traction, but it seemed like they're moving deviated towards like insulting other people from other parts of the world, other black people, and that's why the vibe I got from it, like, man, why are you insulting other people from Jamaica or from the continent more than they insulting other people from other parts of the world? I'm like, it seems the whole narrative changed to them just doing that on Twitter now. That's all they do on Twitter all day is bashing other black people.
Yeah. Don't say any names. That's not what this is about. I mean, I appreciate what you've just said, but again, maybe I'm just an older guy. I see things different, but my journey, my personal journey. I've had no issues with these places that I've been mentioning, but yet and still, you fall into a mindset sometimes, and it's like, why? Is it really just for entertainment, or do I really feel that way? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true too. But like I said, I think it can be a better movement. Just my opinion. If they just calm down on all the insults of other people. That's how I feel about it on that one. That's it on that. Thanks, man.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't mind the trolling and stuff like that, but I want to see some results. If I'm going to be waving the flag for any lineage movement, I got to see some results. Should I finish the story, troll babies, or should I just leave it where it's at? PT got your donation. Listener from London. Hey, thank you. I'm going to be showing some of my analytics tonight on the screen. My next road trip may be to London. It may be to London. I get more people listening to the show in London than Chicago and Detroit. Thank you for your support. Hey, is it Desiree or Desiree? I got your donation. Thank you so much. Crown got your donation. Crown, you tapping in? Hold on, Crown. I appreciate your support, Crown. Stay there. Come back to him in a second. Sir Shai got your donation. Sir Shai, I'm not mentioning people's names, but thank you for your donation. Again, this is not about taking shots. I've been doing this. I don't have to take shots to prove my point. But thank you. Ricky Rick got your donation. Big Bubba will be bumping and grinding on R. Kelly. From what we hear, he's a switch hitter. He may not mind. Thank you for your donation, Ricky Rick. I'm not discarding what he's been convicted of. But in the music industry and the business of music, I know that there are a lot of leeches and losers and people that will, add fuel to the fire, and then you'll find yourself, paying them to give somebody else some hush money, and then, shit gets out of hand. But thank you, Ricky Rick, for your donation. Charlotte got your donation. Okay, love the Jimmy Castor Bunch reference. Yeah. I'm as old as dust, so I do think about some things from back in the days that have influence on me. Hemplord got your donation. I think FBA/ADOS are soft and a losing team. Calvin got your donation. Hashtag I got 10 on it challenge. Thanks, OG. Crown, good evening. I'm not asking you to agree with me, but if you want to chime in on ADOS and FBA or R. Kelly or T.I., I'm here, sir. Where do you want to start?
Yes, indeed. Star was good. DC in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not sure what you mean by FBA losing. I mean, we built the country. We are the foundation. Number two, we influence every other culture. You see Asians over there on the other side of the world trying to dance and dress like us. You see you see other countries we've influenced. It's obvious. So losing how? I mean, we have a few unintellectual people that do ignorant stuff, as I believe you're giving an example of. Losing how? I'm trying to figure out what exactly do you mean. What do you mean by we are losing?
Well, everything that you've just said are points that, yes, I agree with you on. But at the same time, I'm an older man, so you don't have to take my word to heart. But when I say, are they, I'm asking. I'm not saying, oh, they get them out of here. I'm asking because, listen, I'm a media man. I'm a research specialist. Long before I started doing this, I put in a decade at record labels, marketing, promotion, research, and things, learning about cultural habits and different things that people do gravitate towards, different cultures. So myself, coming to New York in 1981, and New York is the #1 market, and getting a firsthand experience in the melting pot of New York City, and realizing, as I said, not just yesterday, but over the decades, the people that I have had no issues with, the cultures that come here and work 2 and 3 jobs. There is a certain dignity that I think is lacking, a certain dignity. And I'm not going to just blame social media, but I'm asking, are they the losing team? Okay, so yes, built the nation, so on and so forth. But then I see, and I'll just put religion in the mix. Still mystified. And religion is supposedly what is behind everybody's forgiveness and marching and praying. Well, I can go to the Treaty of Tripoli and prove that this nation is not a Christian nation. So I'm just asking, are they losing? I don't see any real progress. Oh, I see a bunch of people on social media, but they don't even own nothing. No goddamn platforms, Instagram, Facebook. What do you own? You're still crying. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. There are a lot of colonized minds out here, especially, but the immigrants that you're speaking of that have these 2 or 3 jobs still today and back when you were younger, they come from a place where they couldn't have 2 or 3 jobs, where they weren't allowed to.
That's
or they
right.
Didn't fight.
Yeah.
Or they didn't stay and fight so that they could, like we have done and we still are doing.
Agreed.
So whether it's being shown on social media or not, a job is getting done, and one step at a time. Unfortunately, we aren't unified at the moment, as much as we need to be, but it's coming along.
Okay.
It's not going to happen overnight,
okay.
even though it can, I believe. But, yeah. I don't see how. I don't think we're losing at all, because without us, white supremacy wouldn't exist or be as strong as it is. So, Foundation Black Americans, we are the culture. We influence every damn thing, regardless of what anybody wants to say.
Let me respond to that, Crown. I enjoy talking to you, and I always appreciate your support. You are so right with being influential, and I've said for decades, this is a fact. The greatest power is influence. Influence. Yes. But I have seen in my 58 years of living, people of color, foundational Black Americans, ADOS, give it all away.
You
give it away.
Yes.
You give it away. Yes, we built the goddamn nation, but you're so quick to give it away.
Right. You're absolutely right. Unfortunately, like I said before, there are one too many colonized minds, especially being put in place to mislead others. So, like I said, we're coming along and we're pointing out the ones that are misleading us.
Okay.
And the ones that are being put in place. So funded by the dominant society. So, one step at a time. But those immigrants that come over here, we influence them, and we are the ones that put the foot down so that they can have these 2 and 3 jobs and businesses and stuff like that. So, yeah. So
you are right.
And helped you out, it's because of us.
You are right, but I think I'm going to start claiming my St. Kitts lineage. I've never even been to St. Kitts, but I think I'm done. But finish up. You had the last word.
Okay, I want to finish up by saying this. Mister, can you please get these out of my hands? T.I., you're looking bad out here.
T.I., yeah.
You're looking bad out here.
Crown, thank you for your support, man, and I respect your position. Thank you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, Crown's happening. See, we're having a good conversation here. This is not about taking shots at anyone. I am FBA. I am ADOS. My father from Durham, North Carolina, fought in World War II as a teenager, damn near a preteen, U.S. Navy. And maybe I'm just being too extra. It's okay. So, you're doing too much, old nigga. Well, I purposely said I'm just going to drink some water tonight. No alcohol, so it's not, just a nigga sipping, talking crazy. Anybody remember me saying decades ago, the best coochie is Haitian coochie? Well, why did I stop saying that? Because I'm in Atlanta, running around here with these goddamn Summer Walker scamming bitches? Remember that? Haitian coochie is the best coochie. I used to believe that for years. I had a Haitian girl so fine, I used to go to church with her in the mid-'90s up on Empire Boulevard. Anybody from Brooklyn? On Saturdays. Any Haitians still over there on Ocean and Caton? Haitian people been good to me. Hold on a second. Hi, Bernice, I got your donation. Okay, she says you're doing too much. Oh, thank you. Okay, Blade says, what happened? Did Mammy get on Star's nerve to the point where he now doesn't want to claim FBA anymore? Blade, I haven't seen Mammy at Public Supermarket, if that's who you're talking about. And let's be clear, I've got no real issues with Mammy. It's just all verbal jousting. It's fun, a little back and forth here and there. But, last night I had a moment. David, I got your donation. Thank you, Star, from the BX and Antiguan descent. Hey, you see that? Thank you, David. Yeah. I've never had nobody from Antigua, cut the coke with, all that extra cut. Oh, but FBA niggas and ADOS, huh? Stayed beating a nigga back in the 80s on the bullshit. Blade got your donation. Okay, Blade says, nigga, the second time that your apartment got hit, it wasn't FBA. It was a combination of some of us West Indians and some Dominicans. We linked up, with after we both, okay, thank you, Blade, but you're capping. In Brooklyn, it was FBA niggas that broke into the game room and broke into the goddamn machines. And I knew who it was because I paid two little kids from GT Youth. Anybody know what GT Youth is? I paid them $10 a piece, and they told me who broke in. You broke into the goddamn Street Fighter game and the Mortal Kombat, and I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna close the game room down for a little while. Thank you, Blade. Area code 678. Good evening.
What's good, Stars? How you doing? This is Tommy Buns from Plainfield, New Jersey.
Hey, what's up, man? P-Funk. It's cracking, sir.
All right, man. Let's get straight to it.
Let's go.
Listen, man. FBA, I'm a first-generation American, unfortunately.
Okay.
My parents are from the Caribbean. But I adopted to the FBA culture.
Okay.
The whole nine. And FBA built this country. Star, if you're FBA, you built...
Sir, we know this. Sir. That's not even an argument. We know that. Fix your phone, please.
Yeah.
Fix your phone in the background. Fix your phone, sir.
I got you. Hold on. I'm going to take the headphones off right now.
Yeah, please.
You hear me now?
Take off those FBA headphones. There you go. Now we're talking. So where are your parents from? Where are your hardworking parents from? Where are they from?
My mom from St. Croix, my dad from Tatola.
Salute. They came here for the American dream. They got it, and they wanted you to keep as much of your culture as possible, but you started lacking, hanging out with FBA niggas, right?
Well, not really. I'll say like this.
Come on.
Like, what it was is I got my nigga wake-up call when I used to live in Georgia with my father. Mm-hmm. And looking back now, my parents, I feel like to this day, well, my dad passed away, I still feel like to this day they still a little naive and a little nonchalant when it comes to racism. And, they'll give me like comments and stuff like, oh, what white people done to you? Or, so that would really make me wake up. Like I was I basically was a victim of potential hate crimes on more than one occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And that just made me, get woke and look into the history in America, the Black history in America, and made me look into a lot of scholars and leaders that this country had that my parents never taught me about, like Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, the Black Panthers, and the list goes on.
All right,
And,
first let me say this, sir. Let me say this. I'm not trolling. I'm as serious as colon cancer. I don't have to sit here and troll. I'm a man of knowledge, influence.
Yeah.
I'm a reader, and I've traveled. And it's okay if you want to, what did you say, claim?
Nah, I don't troll. I'm not trolling.
No, I didn't say you were, but you said you've something about FBA yourself. FBA doesn't accept you. They don't accept you.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. They're very divisive. They're very your parents, and let me just say this with all due respect. Your parents wanted you to be better than them. So by you saying they were naive, listen, man, your mother and father made sacrifices. I did not. I'm selfish. I wasn't trying to have no kids, and still ain't, unless there's a woman who has grown-ass kids. So they made sacrifices, and they didn't want you to experience things or to become a part of a defeatist mindset. Go ahead.
Well, I get what you're saying, but well, not really. Not really with me, because it'd be a lot of these parents. A lot of these believe it or not, it'd be a lot of these Caribbean parents out here that be a little, I'll say, like Americanized in a way, like the feminists, especially like with the mother, they take on the feminist mindset.
Yeah.
And they basically, man, they have like a lot of. It's like they breed you to be the weakling, but they'll breed your younger sister to be the strong one. So I basically went through shit like that. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a lot, but FBA is, that's my allegiance. That's
okay.
Who I'll be a human missile for FBA if I have to. Like,
good for you, sir.
The whole FBA B1 family.
Got you. All right. Thank you for your call. Thank you.
Respect.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'll let you talk. I don't have to have the last word. Folks, R. Kelly is my working title, unless you guys want to switch it up. If nobody wants to talk about R. Kelly, if nobody gives a goddamn, we can switch it up. I might not even be able to really monetize the R. Kelly title. Hey, Felicia, in reference to T.I., that nigga is cap and #facts. Deeds, should we change the title to T.I. now claims he was lying? Hold on a second. Oh, Big Elvis, the chef, Rosenberg. Good evening, sir. Big Elvis.
Big Elvis, the chef, Rosenberg. I am here, star.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to change my title whilst you're talking. Please, you have the floor.
Yeah. Stay away from that R. Kelly title.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's not worth it. But I was calling to talk about the FBA and the ADOS.
Okay.
And whether or not it was over or the steam or the traction. Mm-hmm. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
I think it's one of the greatest things that's happened since they try to switch it from colored people to African American. And every 10 years, there's a new name. And FBA and ADOS stood up and said, no. We're Americans. And not only are we Americans, we're fundamental Americans, and we're also American descendants of slaves. So I know there's a conflict between Tariq and...
Elvis, you will be hung up on if you mention anyone's name. I said that earlier, and I am serious. This is not about any individual. Listen carefully. Okay. This is about lineage. Okay. There are no leaders.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry about that. So let me just say that it's a great thing to have some sort of definition between, because like you said, the Puerto Rican has been cool with you, the Jamaican has been cool with you. One of my first friends I had coming up, he was Jamaican. We're like brothers. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there has to be a line drawn. A line in the sand needs to be drawn that says we are this, because it's all about getting reparations. It's all about getting the value of the 40 acres and a mule.
Oh, stop
which
it.
I think it's 200. I think it's 250,000. 250,000
Right.
and in a 30-year payout. You know, it could work. It could do it where it's not going to crash the dollar if it's done properly, and it could be done. It could be really done. 250 grand for every ADOS or FBA person could happen. It should happen. And Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans and West Indians, they don't get theirs. They just have to make sure that they
Okay, hang on a second, Elvis. I had to change my title just because I got to get that R. Kelly stuff out of the. I don't want to be in that algorithm, you know.
Right.
Okay, so listen. Yeah, I'm all for reparations. Don't get it twisted. A debt is owed. A debt is
Right.
owed. But that's I'm beyond that. I'm beyond that. Okay, reparations comes. What is the plan then? What is the plan? Who are the politicians in place? I don't want to hear about this grassroots coming up. I don't want to hear that. I've been hearing that for 30 some odd years. Been hearing that. Go ahead.
I think Trump might be the one to do it. Get us off the bottom, Trump. That should be. Let's hashtag that. Get us off the bottom.
Elvis, can you give me something more realistic? He's out of there. He's not getting back in the White House. I voted for the guy twice. It's not happening. Can you give me something a little bit more solid, please?
Whoever's going to be in there, I think they need to understand that there is a group of people that are owed a debt.
Yeah.
And I think 250 grand is going to be doable. And it could be done in a 30-year period. You know, you get.
So in other words, there is no plan, Elvis. So in other words, there is no plan.
No, I haven't written it out yet.
Got you. All right. Okay. You want to chime in on T.I.? And I just changed the title. I don't want to talk about that R. Kelly stuff. Says he was joking.
Right.
Says he was joking about snitching on his dead cousin. I think Boosie.
Oh,
Boosie
he said he was joking.
Says he was joking. I think Boosie and the trolls made him admit if he did lie. He says he lied.
Yeah, but I don't like that thing that happened with him and Boosie. I think Boosie is lying, and there was conflict because the album has been done for weeks and weeks and weeks, and now all of a sudden he's on Vlad talking about that's the reason why they're not doing or he's not releasing the album. I think that's total cap.
Yeah.
I don't believe him for 1 second.
All right. Hey, man, how's the show going? Premium Black News, inspired by myself. When was your next episode dropping?
We dropped it on Tuesday. We went live. It did really well.
Nice.
The donations were popping on the Cash App, so that was great.
Okay.
Even got a couple Venmo donations, and it was good. It was all talking about.
Nice.
We were talking about Elijah Muhammad and Marcus Houston and all that kind of stuff. I added that in there.
Gotcha.
And then we also talked about, it was a couple of episodes. Episode 52 and 53 is out on my channel. That's Premium Black News on the Elvis Rosenberg channel.
Okay.
Or network.
I appreciate you, man, and I respect your perspective. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, sir. Take care. Guys, on the screen, subscribe to Devious J on YouTube. Great content. The man has come back and back and back to be a sponsor and an advertiser. He's of Puerto Rican descent. And here I am talking crazy about Puerto Ricans. Thank you, Devious J, for your support. I got FBA niggas emailing me, saying all sorts of crazy shit. Never even sent a goddamn donation. Thank you, Devious J. Hold on a second, guys. Anybody care about a New York Post article that came out? 6 out of 10 young men are single. The New York Post came out today. And that particular report comes by way of the Pew Research Center. The Pew Research Center. They're saying that data nowadays shows that 63% of men under 30 are electively single, up 51% from 2019. They're giving reasons. Anybody care? Big IKEA got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Hold on a second. Wait, you mad at FBA for breaking into your shit? Nigga, weren't you running around allegedly impersonating a DEA agent, robbing FBAs and kicking FBA trannies in the head? That tranny may have been Puerto Rican who tried to get slick with the mouth. I forget. Anyway, but thank you, Big IKEA. That's alleged, that I was running around impersonating an agent. But that's not even what I'm talking about. People from the Caribbean have been great to me. And I had to stop and think. Yesterday. Oh, let me go back for a second. So, the fat nigga, the cook, who tried to give me a styrofoam plate of food that was sitting there for God knows how long, maybe 3 hours. I didn't want it. And I said, no, I'm going to wait on what I ordered, right? He had 2 other niggas sitting there, and he started to mumble something. Yes, I'm ear hustling. The girl, my food comes, right? She's putting in the napkins. This nigga says, okay, who's texting me? Just give me a second, guys. Give me a second. This nigga says something to the effect of, I'm just trying to help you. It's all the same. Just trying to help me. I was literally counting my money at the time. Because again, I always take cash here so I can leave a tip. When I heard that, I looked at him, and then I went into my father's mode. And I said, you couldn't help me in life on your best day. That's what I said to him. You couldn't help me in life on your best day. Looked at him just like that, stared at him. He didn't say nothing then, and the 2 other goofy niggas. I didn't have to grip up. I just said that. Looked back at her, and I put my money away, and I said, cancel that. Started walking out. I'm just trying to help you. Again, after coming in there for a couple of months, this bitch, yes, bitch, she said, sir, your food's here. I kept it pushing. You see, that's how they treat their own. That's been going on for decades with me. Decades. Yes, when I go to get Jamaican food, whoever's serving the food, she might suck her teeth, but the food is banging, Ain't nobody loud talking you. If I go to get some Chinese food, even if it's goddamn, guinea pig and rat, whatever. At least they give it to me with some goddamn courtesy and respect. Who keeps texting me? Hold on a second, guys. What's going on? Who's texting me? All right. Losing my train of thought here. Area code 510. Are you there? Talking about a few topics. 510. You see, that's the FBA nigga with all that noise in the background. They don't listen. Good evening, 725. You there? 725.
Hi, how you doing, Thor? How you doing?
What's cracking, man? Joining the conversation?
Yeah. I think the FBA, they losing. The reason why I say they losing is because of the fact that it doesn't stand for nothing. FBA is just a status. It's not no liberal. It's not no nothing. It's not no law. It's nothing against the FBA. It's just a policy or whatnot. It's nothing. So they need to stop with this little FBA movement and grow up.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking the question. You know, I mean, I don't have to be right. This is just my experience. And because I have a platform to talk and mentally massage these things, I could be wrong. You know, maybe I got one foot in the grave and I'm obsolete. My way of thinking. And you know what? And that's fine. But go ahead.
But no, I'm not saying it in a bad way, because you know what I'm saying, I'm a more American, but in order for you to be a more American, you gotta have a status. And being black is not a status; it's just a description.
Okay.
So in order for you to be black is nothing. Anybody can be black, just like anybody can be white. All these name calling need to stop because of the fact that how we gonna grow if we keep calling each other names. Like if we gonna go back to the history, we gotta understand law. Law and history it comes together. So people gotta understand their history, and in order for them to understand the law that's changing each day.
Okay. Any thoughts on T.I.? That's my main topic. He's now claiming that
he was
lying.
T.I., man.
He's lying. He made up the lie, and that's where we are right now. He said this. Hold on a second. He said this on Rich Trapper's YouTube channel. You can see the video. Rich Trapper. Go ahead. Have you seen it?
Yeah, dealing with the T.I. and Boosie situation, I feel like Boosie is the only real individual left because of the fact that he actually went down for that rap stuff. Like, if you think about any other individual in the rap game back in like the early 2000s, Boosie was the realest one that came out of that wave. T.I. been police since years in the game, and so like what he talking about is just fictitious. Okay. But we're dealing with Boosie, he from that land. He like.
Well, now hang on a second. What's the name of that guy who supposedly did that shooting on Boosie's behalf? Allegedly shooting.
Oh, Marlo Mike.
Right.
His name Marlo Mike. He got like 9 bodies over Boosie whenever Boosie was first coming out of the game. Because whenever that situation took off, I'm from Louisiana. Like I remember that wave even took place. So when Marlo Mike was doing it.
And where's he at right now? Hang on. Where's he at right now?
I'm out here in Vegas with it.
No, not you, sir. Not you. Where's Marlo Mike? Where's he at?
He's in jail right now. He got the double life sentence.
Mm-hmm. I hear he's mad at Boosie. Yes, no, or there was some type of friction there for a while.
Nah. He can't be mad at the boss man. He can never be mad at Boosie because Boosie put him in position to even do anything. So that's why
he's doing life in the penitentiary. He's mad at somebody. Somebody, my nigga.
Nah, he got it tatted like in down south, man. When that loyalty is thick, is thick. Like I know a couple of cats that's in jail right now that don't mind being in jail.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, sir, I thank you for your call. Thank you. You think niggas down south don't be telling and snitching? What the fuck? Okay. Florida boy Jay, sit tight. I see. He says, okay. Florida boy Jay. Thank you for tapping in, sir. I'm a little turned up tonight. I'm trying to be easy, but T.I. is my main topic, or R. Kelly. What do you want to chime in?
First of all, how dare your black ass start a show coming at foundational black Americans and ADOS, even presenting a question as if we're taking an L or we're losing. Just because a few niggas try to get you in line and see the light-skinned nigga pulling up in the big body, you know what I'm saying, on the chrome, you know what I'm saying?
Look at you snitching. You see? FBA snitching. Who said I was driving the big body?
Listen, because you want to pull up, flexing all these niggas, pulling out your water money, act like you gonna tip a niggas. Just like black people say, I'm just trying to help you out. And just like you, just like FBA nigga as yourself, I'm just trying to put a little money in your pocket ass nigga. Right. Then you put it back in your pocket, not in theirs, but back in yours, and you walked out. When you took your money out, you already had the intention to not even buy the food. You just wanted to show them you were ready until they got slick at the mouth. And I want to...
and that old fat hating nigga, he saw me on a few occasions pull up in the double R. That's what got him talking the way he's talking. I'm just trying to help you out. Help me out? Go ahead. Come on.
You know, as a younger fly nigga myself, I understand when you pull up in a space and niggas start, you know, catching heat and start, you know, scrunching their face up and, you know, everybody start acting weird when you walk in the room.
Loud talking. Loud talk. I don't tolerate no loud talking. I don't tolerate that. Fuck out of here.
And I understand that. But at the end of the day, FBAs, black Americans in this country, are the forefront of revolution, the forefront of innovation. We have laid it down. Nobody else has surpassed us in the African diaspora as far as advancement and actually trying to claim our own land and still fighting to get what's ours. We never had a mass migration to somewhere else. People mass migrate over here and get their asses in line and try to assimilate and camouflage like that one culture like he honorary FBA. We didn't talk about no honorary FBAs at the last meeting, nigga. We wasn't handing out no badges and no hats or no tickets. What are you talking about? You are what you are, and we appreciate the support. We appreciate when you come on platforms like this and profess a line thinking with FBAs. We like that, but don't be doing too much talking about you got on your FBA badge too and you're lockstep in arms, because that's how we get COINTELPRO 2.0.
Okay, now hang on. Stay there. I'm enjoying the conversation. Now, before we go any further, this is coming from a young man doing the damn thing. You've never even dated a dark-skinned woman, have you? Because, you know.
Yes, I have. I was in a relationship with a Jamaican when I was working at McDonald's at my first job. Her mom was wonderful. The whole family was wonderful. No, I dated a Jamaican, and she was dark-skinned.
That was before you came up. You've been quoted as...
damn.
That was before you...
Damn, man.
Yeah, that was before you came up and you had to settle. You yourself said you don't date nothing nappy head, right? That's what you said, Florida Boy Jay.
Listen, man, the bag got different, I got different.
Right.
You know, I told niggas I'm gonna sell out fast on an iPhone. I'm selling out fast in a pair of Jordans on a Saturday. Star.
Hang on.
You know how I'm gonna get that.
Say that again. The bag got different. What?
The bag got different, I got different.
Right.
It is what it is. We know that we don't strive to get money to be around the same people that tolerate us while we're broke.
Right.
No.
Right. Well, listen, I didn't know this showrunner was going to be such an intense discussion. I just had some steam to blow off, from my own personal experience. But I'm more than welcome to hear you out if you can hang on. Can you hold on a second?
Of course.
All right, stay there, guys. I have to go to Cash App. Lowkey Radio. I see you in the live chat. Thank you very much for tapping in. Jermaine, I got your donation. He says more MOOR Americans. Okay. Okay, I don't know who. Somebody sending me an email about something. I got nothing to do with another. Smooth Gooch got your donation. Okay. Shorty Low used to call him T-Lie. Okay. Drew Who. FBA and ADOS want to be on code with no code. I just want to talk about lineage. I don't want to, say names. Just Hemplord got your donation. Star, you spitting facts. Oh, okay, well, thank you. A bountiful soul. Hey, Janet, are you calling in? Are you calling in, Janet? Did Big Hog pulled your Blue Vein Society card? Janet, you can always call in if you want to let me know that you're on the line. Thank you for your donation. Ricky Rick again. Ricky Rick says, okay, I read that one. Sir Shy, got your donation. Yeah, I'm not mentioning any names. This is not directed towards anybody. I can say what I want to say without worrying about somebody thinking I'm talking about them, I'm a world traveler, a reader. Ash, got your donation, Star. Talking that truth, okay. Nah Camps got your donation, okay. Yeah, I touched on that, Nah Camps, the 18-year-old young Caucasian man. He's not a boy. I mean, he's shot and killed the campus police officer. 31 or 32 years of age. I spoke about that briefly, Not Camps. Thank you for your donation. People didn't really want to chime in. I printed out his wife's Instagram page. Very beautiful woman. 4 children left behind. Now, they did arrest the alleged shooter, as I'm sure you know, but he stood over that cop and shot him multiple times in the head. He was arrested, I think, maybe 12 or 13 hours later. But the story didn't pick up nationwide traffic as I thought it would, okay? But thank you for your donation, Nah Camps. Hemplord got your donation. Okay, I read that one. Thank you so much. All right, Florida Boy Jay, back to you, man. Before we go back to ADOS, FBA, T.I. has admitted that he made up that story about his putting the gun on his dead cousin. You up to speed, Florida Boy Jay?
Absolutely. And this is exactly what I'm excited. I'm happy. This is exactly what I wanted T.I. to do.
Okay.
Stop playing. Stop running around here acting like niggas don't know what you said. You made a statement.
Right.
It caught traction months ago. You had time months ago to tell people you're just playing. But no, you're going to wait till the Bootsy bag is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So everybody starts pulling your card
right.
to try to find the paperwork in your glove compartment and try to rectify your reputation, which you already sullied by telling a joke that didn't go over. Now, if you would have just prefaced it with a joke or ended it with a joke or punchline to let people know you were just unjust, it would have been a funny bit. But because you didn't, and us being haters and pocket watchers and, wishing the worst on niggas, as is, we did what we had to do to press niggas like Bootsy to go on Vlad and disown T.I. to make sure this Past Our Prime album ain't coming out. We don't need a Jordan Wizard double disc from these two niggas. And honestly, he did the right thing by finally coming out and telling people he was capping.
Gotcha.
Just did a little too late.
Yeah. When's the next time you're going live? Because your channel's doing good, man. Salute.
Oh man, Star, we're doing awesome right now. We went live last night. I'm gonna see you the episode.
Okay.
It was a very good episode. We had great topics. Somebody from your show definitely tapped in. A few people. Rory even tapped in a few times.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Let niggas know he in the building.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talks. Real game. But we're gonna go live again probably either this weekend. But if not, I'm definitely gonna see the show. We're having a breakthrough in numbers. I have over 11,000 views.
Nice.
Last 48 hours. We're keeping it up.
Nice.
And before I do hang up, I want to say this about FBA because it's very important.
Go ahead.
It's going to be short.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. FBAs, especially on Twitter, need to stop making propaganda being divisive, or if it's some bot accounts, we need to be very aware of how we conduct ourselves online, because we don't need to be coming across as divisive, and we don't need to be dropping media propaganda on Twitter coming at other people. We need to be focused on getting our reparations, not going at everybody else on the internet. We're getting distracted. Star, you have a wonderful night.
Hey, man, hold on. Before you go, I appreciate you, and you're a young man, so just slow down on the Casamigos. I see you. I see you.
Oh, my God. Oh, hey. Hey, man, I got you.
Huh?
I got you.
Slow down.
See, I be taking them big-ass shots. I got you.
I see you. The hate and miss is nothing.
Hey, you
but
see, we took down a picture, too, last night. We took down a picture, so, hey.
Yeah, don't get into the habit of drinking and going live. You leave that to the old niggas. You're a young man. You gotta get up in that gym. Don't start packing on the pounds, man. That's all I want to say, all right?
Yeah, well, absolutely, man. You have a wonderful night. Thank you once again for the advice, man.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, Florida Boy Jay. See, folks, I'll let you speak. I don't have to be right. This is not an attack on anybody on social media, anybody's page. I'm done. I'm done. People from Grenada have been wonderful to me. Cuba. I had a good friend named Silvio. Class of 82. I went to G-Dub, George Washington, uptown Manhattan. Silvio introduced me to all his goddamn Cuban and Dominican friends, introduced me to the Ball Busters, the Nietas. I never had no issues. Turks and Caicos. I need to go there. Anybody in that live chat from St. Kitts? U.S. Virgin Islands. Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. Anybody ever had some Trini pussy? I'm going there tonight. Trini pussy's quality. It's not as good as Haitian, but Trini pussy's good pussy. I've never been lined up by a Caribbean woman, not that I can remember. Oh, but I've had a couple of FBA, ADOS bitches steal from me. Try and get my fucking top popped. Hold on a second. Who's on the line? Somebody. So they're calling in. Guys, on the screen, make sure you check out my sponsors as well. Where is King Simon? Where is King Simon? Peace, peace, peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. You have the floor. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start?
Ah, man. Well, first and foremost, thank you very much for allowing me. Big up to Florida Boy.
Yeah.
Big up to him. Big up to the FBA and all of them that are doing what they're trying to do to get the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, my family's from Jamaica and Cuba, so my family's from Jamaica and Cuba, so I understand, man. We, and I think whoever gets it first is just going to open up a whole floodgate of everybody getting it. Mm-hmm. So I'm honored. I know everybody that was on that stage with my brother from the other station there, and I respect what they're doing. And you're right, back in the day, I got robbed. Well, I got robbed once, I think, by a Haitian guy, and I got robbed by an American guy, an FBA guy. So I mean, I really have no hatred against nobody. I just understood that I'm still alive today to be able to talk about it. We're of a certain age, you know what it is.
Well, now hang on a second, King Simon. This is not hatred. This is not hatred. I'm a man of a certain age. I have experienced things. I have my views, and I can very, very realistically and rationally admit that Jamaicans, Cubans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans, for the most part, have been good to me. I've never had any problems with them. I've never had any problems with them.
You're absolutely right.
And I don't have to dump on FBA or ADOS, but it seems like a constant crying and bickering and complaining, and the whole I didn't even get into the whole dark skin, light skin, brown paper bag test bullshit. I didn't even get into that yet. But I'm tired, sir. Old nigga Star is tired. And let me just say this before I forget.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I don't say anything sideways about this man. Do you remember the originator on radio who used to say, family, family, huh? And then when he needed the family, they were not there for him. Michael Baisden? Remember Michael Baisden?
Yeah, Michael Baisden. That's right. I interviewed Michael Baisden before he...
Yeah.
I interviewed Michael Baisden before he got on radio while I was on WWRL.
Yeah.
Before he even got on radio, I interviewed him.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Out of
I know.
Out of Chicago, Kiss FM, the boat rides, all that fly jiggy shit. That's the sort of that whole family. And when he needed the family, I think it was when Cumulus took his show down and locked him out of the goddamn studio. He was syndicated. The family did not come. They did not rally for him. The family let him down. But go ahead. I'm rambling. Go ahead.
No, I remember because my sister was on the station then when Michael Baisden was there. She was doing the gospel radio, so big up to my sister. I mean, no shout out.
Go ahead.
Respect. Nicole Brown, that's my sister.
Okay.
Nicole Brown is my sister.
Okay.
She's gospel radio host at Catch FM back in the day.
Okay.
So, and I'm proud of her and proud of what we all did in this radio business from the Caribbean side and the gospel side. That's what she did. But going back to R. Kelly, let me tap in on R. Kelly a bit, if you don't mind.
Well, hang on a second, King Simon. The R. Kelly topic, it may be a problem for me with the algorithms, so I kind of want to stay away from that.
Okay.
I even took out the text that was in up under the video description. So, I mean, unless it's something essential, I kind of want to move on. What do you think?
No, being respectful because he's going downhill, and of course it's just going to keep on going downhill for him. That's although I'll tell people I still listen to certain music. I believe I Can Fly is a very good music and a lot of his music
classic
that keeps people thinking higher levels. But it is what it is. What's happening with him?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down that road.
Stay with me a second.
But with T.I. and Bootsy, I've been watching that too. Oh man, this is it's getting ridiculous, man, amongst our people, man. We got to stop this foolishness. But it is what it is, man. These are two men that understand each other. They know each other. They're broken bread with each other. And I feel that it's time that all things are going to be revealed. You know how it is, things will be revealed over time. That's all it is. That's how I learned. Napoleon Hill said that years ago. Time is the master healer and the revealer. Go deal with that.
King Simon, I've got stay with me. I've got your banner loaded up in the banner reel at the end of the show. Is everything spelled correctly? Have you seen it? Do you know?
Yes, it's still yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And how old are you? You're a year younger than me. I forget.
Yeah, I'm 56. I just turned 56 on February 1st.
56.
So yeah, I just turned 56.
And what age were you born here, or what age did you come to Brooklyn?
I was actually born in the Jewish hospital over there, not too far from where your store used to be, man.
Whoa!
the Brooklyn Jewish hospital.
So
you remember that hospital? Remember that hospital, right?
Yes. So your hardworking parents, with all due respect, they came here from Jamaica? Or
yes, sir. They came here from Jamaica.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, they came here before I was born, and they wanted me to be born here because that was what it was. My father's side is Cuban and Jamaican. My mother's straight Jamaican, maroon African, and she's still, my mother and father still alive. They still quite retired now, and 80-something years of age, and still quite there doing their thing. And they came to do some hard work and put in the work, and we moved right to Crown Heights. Crown Heights had like a lot of Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans back in early 60s, 70s. You know how that was.
Now were you in the dance hall club? Hang on. Were you in the dance hall clubs in the early 80s over in Flatlands and Flatbush?
Of course. Come on now.
Okay.
Biltmore, I was there. What you call it? You remember Love People back in the day? I was at all them places. Yeah. I know all the owners of those different clubs, so I was in that. I know them all. I know them all.
Listen, I had a shooting one time, but truthfully, I caused it. I got past it, beat the case. I won't say the thing about that, but other than that, I never had any issues with Jamaicans.
Yeah, I have been in a few shootouts. I've been in a few shootouts right there across from Erasmus. You remember Erasmus skating ring was over there.
Yeah.
You remember them areas. Them are the areas I'm from. That area I'm
You
from.
mean Empire? Hold on. You mean Empire skating ring?
Well, remember, there was a Erasmus skating ring right there on Erasmus and Church Avenue.
Oh, okay.
First. That was the oldest before Empire. And I used to go there with Gloria, who was the owner back in those days.
Oh, wow.
And we used to, my friend Clinton Lindsay used to throw the big reggae shows over there back in the day.
Okay.
So we've been around there. We've been around, brother.
Yeah. Hey man, good to talk to you. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
Always a pleasure,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Take care.
All right, King Simon tapping in. I started that bullshit at the dance hall club back in the days. I was coked out of my mind. I grabbed a girl on the dance floor, grabbed her by her vagina. She said, "What you doing? You grab my pussy?" And I did like this. That was the signal for nose candy. She wasn't with it. And shit went left. That's all I'll say. Flamethrower, got your donation. Thank you so much. He says, "Don't look at me." You see, that's one of the niggas, one of the FBA niggas that probably robbed the fucking game room back in the days. But thank you for your donation. Got another sponsor I need to promote. www.theblackAgendamovement.com. Okay, I'm trying to get them on the phone here at some point. I say again, www.theblackAgendamovement.com. Okay. All right, David, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Again, let me scroll back up. Jermaine got your donation. Did I speak to you, sir? 725. I'm moving kind of slow here. I think I did speak to you. From Vegas. I spoke to you. Thank you. Okay. Drew Who, Smooth Gooch. Hold on, guys. Dat Guy got your donation. Nathaniel, thank you. Rondo number 9 is the realist. He's trying to tell to come home, isn't he? Rondo number 9, last I heard. I'm not sure if he's telling. He was trying to get out. Him and a couple of other people. That guy got your donation. Luke Caney on Canal Street selling African pocketbooks. Ash, I got your donation. Thank you so much. 917, good evening. We're talking about T.I. He says it was all cap and things got out of hand. Are you up to speed? 917.
Good evening, Star.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Lowkey Radio.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you.
Likewise. My opinion, I think we live in a new time right now. We just got to get used to all this snitching. This is what niggas do now, man. We can't help it.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to put Lowkey Radio on my screen so people can know who I'm talking to. Tell us about Lowkey Radio. You're in my community section. You're a 24-hour boom bap instrumental channel, yes?
That is correct. 24/7 boom bap instrumental channel. You could tune in at any time and just find some exclusive beats. We're uploading beats every day.
Okay.
In about a month or so, we're going to start doing like a mix show where we have upcoming boom bap artists on there.
Okay.
So it'll be like an hour show, just mix, a bunch of new songs.
And you're in the Atlanta area, if I remember correctly, yes? Or where? I forget.
That is correct, yep.
Okay. Are you having any type of function? I mean, the weather's getting ready to break, man. So many conventions going on, and people are out and about.
Yeah, we're working on something right now. Definitely in the HBCU area, like Clark, Morehouse. So eventually we'll have, a get-together where people can come and vibe out.
Okay. Are you doing anything with artists, or is it pretty much just, what is your focus? Producers, or what are you doing with the music that you showcase, the instrumentals? Is there a particular objective, or is it just songs and tracks that you like?
Well, the objective is to have a channel that plays that, because there's a lot of YouTube channels that just play lo-fi music, in my opinion, I think it's just too slow. And being from the golden era of hip hop, which is my favorite era of hip hop, I think we should have more of those beats playing, or an option to listen to those beats. So that was the whole point of creating that YouTube channel.
What are you finding with regards to Atlanta receiving the boom bap, era? Because it wasn't strong down here. I did radio promotion, and I worked at labels for a lot of years. I mean, it had its moments, but the artists literally had to come to the markets, perform, and then they were respected. But what are you finding right now in terms of its reception today?
It's not really big out here. Like trap music runs everything here, as far as hip hop is concerned. Our perspective is to get international.
Okay.
We don't really have a market here in Georgia. They're not really, really into the whole boom bap movement.
Okay.
It's a very small niche.
An acquired taste now, I would say. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Majority of the people that we have that, tune in is like from different countries. Like we have a huge following from people from different countries.
Okay. Do you have a merch line on your site?
We're working on one. We just digitized the logo.
Okay.
So the same logo that you're using right now for the sponsorship.
On the community
we
section?
did that one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. Get some coffee mugs, get some things that, people can purchase, You familiar with drop shipping?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, yes.
Yeah. That's the way to go. So this way you don't have to spend your own money. You can get your weight up, but you got to get those designs, popping. I would say every 30 days, introduce a new design, It's just my opinion.
Great idea.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like that. Definitely. We're going to get into that.
Okay. Well, hey, man, thank you for tapping in. Guys, Lowkey Radio on the screen right now, and go to my community section, and it'll take you right to their channel. Good to talk to you, man.
Likewise, I appreciate
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you. Enjoy your night.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
All right. Let me go back to the phone lines. T.I. says he was just joking. Rondell got your donation. He says, FBA all day, fam. Okay. I'm not here to kick dirt. I'm saying, hey, is it the losing team? I want to ride with the winner. Okay, I spoke to King Simon. Hey, Kelly, I got your donation. T.I. posted his cousin's paperwork. Okay. I saw something about that, but I didn't get a chance to click on it. But now he is saying he made it up. So how does that, what does that mean with regards to the paperwork? But thank you for your donation. Ricky got your donation. Ricky, bang, these niggas ain't brothers, okay? And, okay. Someone emailing me about something that has nothing to do with the show. Let's go to area code 504. Good evening, 504. Talking about a few topics. Are you there?
Good evening, sir. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you? What's cracking?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for having me. Okay. I want to chime in on the FBA ADOS thing real quick. I don't want to take too much time.
Take your time.
I think it's not a losing team, because what I'm seeing, and this is just a personal, obviously, opinion, but I'm seeing more people are becoming more interested in hearing words, hearing talk, hearing discussion. Not so much ratchet. I think the ratchet thing is about to start to get swallowed up.
Okay.
I think it's creating. It's slow. It's going to be slow because it's been a lot of years of foolishness and being derived to different things. But I think it's working. It's just going to be a slow burn. It's going to take time.
Okay.
And I don't like the whole entertaining, blasting our Caribbean brothers, our African brothers. I'm FBA.
Okay.
And I'm proud of it. I don't like the blasting stuff. I think that's more for clout and internet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But my best friend is Jamaican. I have an African brother. I have an FBA brother. So I love all of them.
Right.
So I think that's kind of like a thing for the internet. But when you really get down to it, it's I think it's positive and it's moving, but we had to identify ourselves and we had to definitely claim ourselves.
Right.
Like everybody has always claimed us. You're
Right.
an N-word, you're an African American.
Right.
You have to take a stand and take power over yourself. And so it's a slow burn, but it's the beginning. And all we needed was a beginning. And I think it's not a losing team, but it's going to be slow.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
All I want, but I want
No, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. I appreciate everything you've said. Everything you've said. I have no issue with anything you've said. One of my closest friends is Puerto Rican. Closest. Yeah. Loose Cannon, a.k.a.
Puerto Rican woman for 12 years?
Yeah. So, but I had to catch myself. Man, I'm going in on the Puerto Ricans, going in, and I'm like, damn, where's all this coming from? And it took that small incident yesterday to just finally make me pump the brakes, smoke a cigar, and say, am I giving enough smoke to FBA and ADOS? Am I giving them enough smoke? Who give everything away, for crumbs, pennies on a dollar. Yes, they create most art in this country, but they give it away. They turn their backs on it. I'm so old. Hey, I'm so old. I can tell you, I saw B.B. King at the old Ritz in New York City, mid '80s. B.B. King, fucking master.
I'm not far behind.
Master.
I'm not far.
97% white people in the audience. Yeah, baby. Where were the black people? Where were the black people?
Yeah, no, you're right. Let me add this. This hit me like maybe 8 years ago.
Come on.
I was catching a cab, and the gentleman, I think he was, Middle Eastern.
Okay.
And he told me, and it was a shock. He said, "Man, I don't understand why you guys don't control your culture and your creativity." He said, "If you could do that, you'd have all the money, and nobody could beat you." I never thought about that until 8 years ago. He told me that.
Yeah.
That was big, I think that's what we have to have. It's just a slow burn. It has to catch on. And people are it's slow, but it's coming around,
I just hope that the trolling and the nonsense doesn't outweigh the genuine efforts. I mean, there are a lot of people who I give credit to, and I'm not about taking shots at any of the platforms. But this is me as a 58-year-old man looking at things, having lived, having researched. I've always been a reader, and I'm just, I'm just going to pull back a little bit, on other cultures that I know personally come here, work hard, and take advantage of capitalism, and they have the right to prosper. They have the right.
No,
that's the culture. That's America's culture. Capitalism. Go ahead and finish up, sir.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. And I mean, the thing about the whole FBA thing is, and if it's true to your heart, I'm not talking about the cap and the clout chase and all the foolishness. I'm talking about it's real. The fight we fight today is not for us. It may not even be for our children. It could be for the grandbabies. Mm-hmm. But the point is, you got to have that fight. It has to start somewhere. You can't just keep saying, "Oh, it's not happened for me, so I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna just keep clowning." No. This fight is for the grandbabies because it's getting so tight that I'm just looking like, how can you be happy about just paying bills or just keeping up with status quo and not thinking about these babies? Yeah. And that's what other cultures do. Okay. So every culture has the right to call out the foolishness that's put upon them.
Yeah,
I agree with that. When to the disrespect, call it out and slam dunk it.
Yeah.
But if there's no disrespect, we have to show that we have our love. We have love for the brothers who are over in the UK. We have love for the brothers in Africa, love for the brothers in the Caribbean. We all deserve some form of reparations, and that's different.
Well, I don't know about those Africans, sir, because I don't know about those Africans. They're different. Africans are different.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But my point is that it's more about love, but it is about pride.
Yeah. The average African is not claiming no FBA ADOS person as a brother. That they're not doing, the average one. No, sir.
And that's fine. But, just like a wise man said, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay. All right. If that's how you feel. Thank you, man, for your call. Thank you. Yes, sir. Right. Okay. Uh-oh, folks, I think I have a sponsor on the line. Hold on a second. Area code 973, good evening. Who am I speaking to? 973. Hello, hello, hello. 973, are you there? Are you there?
Hello?
Hey, good evening.
Yo, Star, you can hear me?
Hey, who's this? I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. The book, Prosper in the Pandemic.
Hey.
Make Wealth with Your Health.
What's up, man? I got you on the screen. Amazon, it's available on Amazon right now, and we've got a link and a banner in the community section. Tell us all about it, please. Are you the publisher, you the writer? Who am I speaking to?
Everything, man. Everything. G. King, I wrote the whole book myself.
Okay.
I started off as a medical assistant for a big pharmaceutical company. I don't want to mention their name.
Okay.
And I did this for like a while. It's basically how would you want to call it? Lab rats. But
okay.
I started off being a medical tech, and after the doors closed there, I wasn't never certified, but I was they basically trained me to do this. So I did it for some years, and then after the doors closed, my unemployment ran out. I'm like, hey, man, I could do this myself. The same thing they was doing.
Okay.
And I tell you, man, the money is good. The money is excellent. It's something that you don't need no upfront money to do this with. You don't need no skill. You don't need no, how people try to sell you something and you need X, Y, and Z on the side. They sell you this package, for $2,000 or whatever, and you still need this other stuff, this other knowledge or whatever. I'm basically selling you a turnkey hustle where you're going to make the most amount of money really, really quick.
Okay.
And it's not just a bunch of bums doing this. You know what I mean? I've seen, come up between me doing it or me seeing other people doing it. There've been attorneys, there've been stockbrokers, there've been people with their bachelors, people with their associates. Like I got, it's just been, a bunch of people doing this, so it's not like it's it's just an unhidden gem that people don't know about.
Okay, so now hang on a second. So I have the book right here, and I have been holding this up on the screen. I have not gotten to it yet, but you've got some great data in here. You've done extensive research, so you're not just, telling people what to do, but you're actually showing the data. That's very, very important. So on your website, or when they go to Amazon, they can see a video. We have the video posted in the community section. What is it that you want them to take away from the research, the data that can help them?
Well, it's basically it's a lot of things, but one of the main points is it's just the notion that people think two things really quick. Is that, they think of medical studies, they think of, there's going to be a bunch of guts everywhere, it's going to be a madhouse and blood flying everywhere. It's not even close to that. It's the complete opposite. It's a rather controlled situation, It's rather calm. Actually, you get so much downtime that you just got to find a way to entertain yourself, for the time that you're there, that you get so much downtime. It's not what people think it is, and not only that, like I mentioned inside the book, where I really go in depth in how there's so many things that we do every single day that is just as bad as doing a medical study.
Okay.
The things that the FDA allow into our foods or into food plants, stuff like rodent droppings, mildew, fly eggs, insect fragments, mites, ticks, foreign matter. These are the things the FDA says, okay, these are the things that you eat every single day that you just don't know that you're eating,
Now, hang on a second. For those who didn't catch what you were saying, you said FDA, Food and Drug Administration, right?
FDA.
FDA, yeah.
Yeah, FDA, yeah. Federal Drug Administration.
Right,
yeah.
so they don't get it confused with FBA. Okay, so
FBA.
Yeah. So hey,
Shout
man.
out FBA.
Yeah. Well, I don't do shouts, but you can. You're a sponsor. I'm going to get to this book.
Got you.
I'm going to get to this book this weekend. Let's get you back on the show maybe Wednesday of next week. Give me a little time to read through it. But on the screen, is everything spelled right? Prospering in a Pandemic.
Yeah.
The book is on Amazon.
Everything is correct. Everything is correct. All the links and everything is correct.
Great.
You know, and one other quick thing that I would like to mention.
Come on.
Is that you can do, there's something called I don't know if people know what a placebo is. A placebo is a sugar pill that, you know, it's like given against the real drug. So a lot of times you get a placebo, you know, so you could basically do an $8,000 study and get paid $8,000 in 2 weeks or so, and you just took a sugar pill because they want to judge it against, you know, someone else who took the real thing.
Okay.
You know, which, you know, it's like, and it's like, first they test it on animals first. So they might give it to a rat at maybe like 1,000 milligrams. And then when it's time to, you know, they want to see all the levels, all the readings and all that stuff. And, you know, how you go again. Then when it's time to give it to a human, it might come in at maybe 1 milligram, you know, and then they see how that group does.
Now, let me ask you, do you have to be a young person? Do you have to be a young person to volunteer for these types of tests?
It's normal. It's normally start off at 18, and the cap is usually 45 to 55.
Okay.
But I've seen plenty go to 65. I've seen some that they want seniors. You know, I've seen it all around the whole gambit. The book lists all the spots you can go to, all the numbers you need to call. You know, I basically, for the price of this book, if you just go to screen for a study, which means, you know, you have to go there and get blood work to see, know, how, you know, if you're in decent health, I ain't saying you got to be, you know, a marathon runner, you know, you just got to be in decent health.
Okay.
And more than likely you're going to pass, you know, and just to go screen, a lot of these places pay you $10,
nice,
$20, nice. $200. Some places one place paid you $500 to come there and screen. That was in Phoenix. You know, so it's like,
hold on a second. Is your Instagram also in the community section where people can DM you about this?
No, it's not. Actually, I'm gonna get it added. I'm gonna get it added.
Okay. Keep me posted because some people, you know, want to get at you directly questions that I can't answer. But hey, man, I appreciate you calling in.
I got you.
And let's get you back.
They can leave it in the community. They can leave it in the community, and I'll look at it, and you know. And Star, we met quite a few times too, man.
Okay.
We definitely met a few times, man. I don't know if you remember him from. He used to work about Hot 97. He used to run the boards. That was my boy. That was like my next door neighbor for like the longest.
Which one?
Remember Malachi?
Yeah,
Malachi.
Man. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, him and Flex got into it. Yeah, I used to be up there all the time with him. I ran into you a lot of times up there. When on Hudson Street. I ran into you a lot.
Well, let's not go back too far because my audience is younger. They don't care. They don't care about that old shit. But hey, man, good to talk to you. Let's get you back on next week. And do you have a wrench in that live chat? A wrench?
Not sure.
Okay. Do you have a YouTube channel? You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, just for the book. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, you know, just that little commercial.
Send me the link. Send me the link to the YouTube channel, and then we'll get you a wrench starting tomorrow. Okay. Appreciate you.
Gotcha.
Thank you, man.
No doubt, Star. Man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah, man. Y'all better get to this money, man.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, okay. All right. Hold on. We hit the 2-hour mark. I feel like talking a little bit more. You guys want to take a break and continue the conversation? All right. If anybody has been blocked out of that live chat for talking crazy, send me an email. For a small fee, we'll set you free. I don't handle the live chat. Deeds is the only person who regulates that live chat. Somebody thought they were going to spam that live chat earlier with some nonsense. Respect my goddamn business, all right? Folks, I am looking for Not Your Average Fan podcast. Are you guys out there? You've also got a clothing company, Not Your Average. Well, let me just say that. Not Your Average Fan podcast. I sent you a email. If you're out there, please get back to me. I need to talk to you guys, all right? Very, very, very important. Let me go back to Cash App. Nathaniel got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, okay? Okay, I read that one. Pardon me. I read Hemp Lord. Okay, what is this? This has nothing to do with nothing. Okay, my alleged son. Hey, Star, I got the promotion prices. Okay. All right, thank you, Vaddy. Are you being a sponsor? What's going on here? You just saying what's up. It's my alleged son. Luke Haney. Okay, got your donation. Kelly, can you send me an email? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but thank you for tapping in. Okay. Let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 817. Good evening, 817, are you there? 817.
Yes, sir, I am. Peace and prosperity be to you, Star.
Yes, sir, how are you? Who's this?
This is Father Hasatan.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. Let me get your information.
It's good to hear from you.
On the screen.
I just want to say thank you for bringing this subject up. It needed to be discussed.
Okay.
Because the truth for the matter is specifically about the FBA and the ADO issues are particularly our people here that even claim to be from here, whether you're here or not, generationally, like those who have been here for more than 3 generations.
Okay.
It's something unique about how we treat and how we slit the throats of each other.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Not seen it anywhere else on the earth, man.
Yeah.
And it needed to be spoken on. You know, people talk about it here and there, but the way you're coming about it tonight really brings light to the fact that half of the problem we're having with other people that come from other countries are they are groomed to not like us before they get here.
That's a fact.
They are traditionally taught.
That's a fact.
That we are trash, and all of us are not trash. There's only like a small percentage of us that are trash, but it's the government and those who are in power who promote that trash. And that's one thing that we got to understand, that we are being socially engineered with these characters.
I agree.
So I just want to say thank you, man, for bringing this out.
Well, now hang on a second, and I want to make sure that I'm promoting your book. I got your information on the screen. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure I'm promoting your book. So, yes, people are taught to come here and hate or look down their noses at FBA, Foundational Black Americans, ADOS. I personally have not had that many issues or problems. Not saying that it's not a reality, but I'm not going to just continue the mindset that has not been helping me advance. Yes, I'm 58 years of age, but I'm still learning. I'm still moving, shaking, and popping. I'm still growing. And I just, maybe I just had a moment yesterday that I needed to have, but I'm just not going to just give everybody a pass. And I think I've been a little too hands off on FBA. I think I've given them too much of a pass. Go ahead.
I agree 1,000%. And I think as FBA giving us a pass, here's the thing. We've been over here with the craftiest being in the world for us how to social engineer and create monsters, create whatever they want to, whether they creating men who act like women, so forth. I don't want to get your chin on strike or nothing by saying the wrong thing, but they are manipulating us sexually, spiritually, and mentally. So here's the thing. We've been here long enough to know that when those people from other countries and other areas get here, we need to understand that they are already under the spell. So we should be smart enough to not cut these people off and not be so cutthroat with them. Because I had a problem for a little second where they had me feeling some way about Africans because they told me that Africans hated me. Same thing about Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and all of them, man, I had a little hatred going for them because they play a couple of clips. All those niggas in America ain't about shit, blah, 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 and I fell for it. So I feel bad that we've been around this crafty serpent for so long, and we fall for that crap. We're supposed to be teaching our younger, and I say younger in the game, younger brothers and sisters who don't understand how crafty this devil is. We're supposed to be overlooking their ignorance to do business.
Well, now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad used to say, the worst devil is a black devil.
Yes, sir.
The worst devil is a black devil. Okay?
The worst.
Yeah.
The worst I've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
And hey, I just wanted to share that with you, man. Thank you for the bill and thank you for the promotion.
Now, hang on a second. Do you have a YouTube channel? Because you're supposed to have a wrench to promote in that live chat.
Well, the thing about my YouTube channel is I don't really promote it.
Okay.
Because I use copyright music on my YouTube channel.
Gotcha.
And because of that, it kind of brings my algorithm way down to zero. So it's like I just promote the book, bro. But I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can still get a wrench, and you can go into the live chat from time to time and post a link if you want. That's an option. Just shoot me an email. All right. I appreciate you as a sponsor.
We'll do that, sir. You have a blessed night.
Take care. You as well. All right. Guys on the screen, songs.work.info. Songs.work.info. Ray, got your Cash App. Is it important to trademark one's YouTube name? Yes, it is. Yes, depending on what you plan to do with, a name, a mark, I would say so. There's different categories of trademarking something, whether it's digital goods, streaming, video, broadcasting, what have you. There's different categories. So I would say so. I spoke to someone recently who, I'm not going to put his business out there, but he's having an issue with a name that he has been using over the years. And now there's it's being used in a different category. And he's put a lot of work into that name. So yes, it's worth it. It's worth it. You can do it yourself for the most part. I mean, if you know where to go to. If you don't, shoot me an email. I'll send you where you can, trademark the name on your own. It's going to cost you a little money, but I think it's worth it. Long story short. DJ Bo Birch, good to hear from you. He says, comment in email. Okay, see if I can find his. Comment. Okay. Somebody else saying Rondo number 9 is the realest. Is something going on with Rondo number 9? Okay, Vatty checking in. Good to hear from you. He says, hey, Boss Hog. Hope all is well. Sent you an email. Okay, Vatty, I'm going to check out your page, man. Good to hear from you. I'm going to check out your page. Okay. Bo Burt says, the obsession civilians have with snitches confuses me. That's not your world. Why does it matter? Okay. If I had to guess, it's more of an allegiance to ignorance. Oh, he's snitching. Oh, she telling. People love to point the finger of ridicule at others, Child, it's a mess. Meanwhile, you got a fucking crucifix around your neck, claiming to be of a higher moral compass. Not you, Bo Burst, but I'm just saying people in general, Malachi got your donation. Okay, and somebody else just sent me an email that I did speak to. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Are you calling in? Okay, should I read this, Anika? She says, yes, ADOS/FBA are losing teams in my immediate years after college, where one of my majors was American Studies. I was very pro-Black American and was ready to put in work to support them because I saw I and them as one people in the struggle. After hearing their hateful rhetoric about Black immigrants, however, I realized I'd be helping an enemy. They are on their own. Okay, thank you, Anika. Okay, what is this? I don't know who this is. Somebody. Let me bring this other call in. Area code 347. Good evening. Having a discussion about a few topics. Are you there? 347.
Yeah, what's going on, sir? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Did we speak earlier? Your voice sounds familiar, sir.
No, I'm supposed to be in the past. No, I didn't speak to you earlier.
All right, you're on a speakerphone, sir. It's a little hard to hear you. Are you getting off the headset?
No, I have you on Bluetooth. I take it on Bluetooth.
Okay. What's cracking, man? What's cracking?
It was popping. Hey, now, see, you was talking about discussing about T.I. and Lil Boozy.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about it. It's all cap what T.I. talking about his discussion, saying that he made up a lie, all the situation that went down previously. And due to the fact that all that time he only did 1 year out of that, I think it's more to the story, but I think he probably started snitching way before that.
T.I. is a married man, VH1 star, rapper, good businessman. This whole snitching thing is just, it's really an allegiance to ignorance. And at some point, you have to walk away from it. I mean, he's at the end of his career, if you ask me, in terms of putting out music. He's now claiming he's retiring, yes?
I mean, to be honest, when's the last time people listened to T.I.? I think he's just trying to be irrelevant and trying to catch up.
He said he's putting out one more album. He said that. So, I mean, I'm just like, man, why do you keep having to try and prove something? But I mean, listen, I have to applaud the trolls. They got at him, and now he's saying he lied on purpose or something. I don't know. But okay, you were saying, go ahead.
I think nobody's really. I had to cut you off. I don't think nobody's really looking for T.I. at this time. So I guess he's at this time with Old Boozy and also T.I. trying to catch up with the trends, with the younger audience, the younger generation. So they got to keep making new things and new content to keep up with the current events that's going on. So, and the fact that keep themselves relevant. So all this new things that keep on happening, they're just making up new stories, new things, new content as time comes along. So, on my basis, my personal opinion, excuse me.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate the call. Anything else you want to comment on?
Now, I was going to say you're going to comment on the R. Kelly thing, but I see you want to touch on that. So I was been out of rhythm and kind of like sensitive, So I was like, I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, the last 5 videos with R. Kelly in my title couldn't monetize them. It's just limited ads. Yeah. Limited ads. Yeah. Thank you, man.
I didn't hear you say that one more time.
Yeah, I said limited ads on videos with his name in the title, so that's why I switched it up. But thank you for your call, man. Thank you.
All right, Mr.
Yes, sir. Okay. Guys, Rich Trapper on YouTube. That's where you go to see the T.I. video. I didn't get a chance to put it in my community section, just busy. Blade with a donation. The real reason Star says the Jamaicans treated him well is because they gave him a reduced rate on the coke back in the 80s. Thank you, Blade. Thank you. I'm not going to deny that, but I mean, just culturally. And again, we're talking early 80s. Caribbean accents, for the most part, were different back then. Anybody as old as me? Not that you have to be. The dialects were stronger. And I could understand, Caribbean accents very well because of my Uncle Richard and my Auntie Gwen in Southside Jamaica, Queens. We used to go there in the 70s. I've told you this before. I'm up in the dance hall clubs with them. They're screaming something, something posse, which meant shower posse. I didn't know. We're banging on the goddamn walls in the goddamn club. In fact, I didn't even realize how dangerous they were until a year after I moved on and started doing my own thing, uptown Manhattan. Then I start looking at the papers. I'm seeing certain cats, arrested or shootings or killings. I said, oh shit, that's my brethren. Oh shit. When you're in the middle of something from time to time, especially back in those days, you don't even realize what you're involved in. When you're young, it doesn't matter. You just, you're out and about having fun. But thank you, Blade, for your donation. One more call, guys. One more call. All right. The gym. 1 minute behind bars. I'm going through some of these emails. Something about paperwork. Whose paperwork is this? Okay, I got to look at that later. Also on the screen, Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Check them out. Tell them I sent you, okay? Let me see if I can do one, maybe two more calls. Area code 773. Good evening. Are you there? 773. Are you there? Yes, no, maybe. Are you ready? 773. In 5, 4. Okay, wasn't ready. Did I forget any sponsors? Put them on the screen. 863. I got you on the line if you're ready. 863.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Are you joining the conversation? 863.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, sir.
I just want to speak on. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to speak on two things. One about the ADOS and FBA, and another topic about. You said earlier how I think you said 60-something% of younger men are single.
Oh yeah. I actually took that showrunner down. It was a New York Post article. By way of the Pew Research Center, saying that a lot of young males today, 63%, are voluntarily single. Yeah. New York Post.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Go ahead.
But yeah, I want to start on the FBA and ADOS thing.
Okay.
And
are they the losing team?
Are they a losing?
Teams.
Are they a losing team? I would say, I wouldn't say they totally lost, but they're on that losing path. Like they're on that path to completely, losing. Because
how old are you?
Can
I ask how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 25, going on 26.
Okay. I hope I'm wrong. I'm an older man. You don't have to agree with me. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe there's more change going on, and I'm just not experiencing the change. Maybe I'm just a uppity, bougie, northern, tragic mulatto nigga, and I'm a little too sensitive sometimes. Hopefully. Go ahead.
No, I feel you. But I feel like they're going on that road. They're heading on that road to losing. But because just the fact that there's a group, a FBA group, and there's an ADOS group, that alone in itself is some bullshit. I mean, it's some I don't know if I'm supposed to curse, but it doesn't make sense. Is pretty much what I'm saying. Because how are
there are these two groups that's supposed to be fighting for reparations for Black Americans, but y'all are two separate groups. If anything, you like Yvette Carnell or Tariq Nasheed.
Sir, we're not saying any names. We're talking about a lineage. No one in particular. Just talking about a lineage. Now let me go back for a second. I disagree. I think it's fine that you can put your flag on the field and say we are FBA or we are ADOS. I'm okay with that. Other cultures come here and they wave their flags, from whatever places they're from. I'm more so talking about the way FBA and ADOS treat each other. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the actual group itself, it's like, we're talking about unity, right? This is supposed to be unity. Everybody's talking about unity. Just that fact alone, that there's two dividing groups fighting for the same goal, like that alone is causing. I believe that it's causing a crack in the FBA community itself. Okay. Or you got to be FBA or ADOS. Like that alone is breaking, is separating Black Americans in my mind. But okay. Yeah, and I feel like that alone is not really helping the cause, because, like I say, at the end of the day, is reparations. Like they're both fighting for reparations. That's the bottom line of the group. That's why both of those groups was created in the first place. But
well, listen, I'll let you say what you feel. But again, I have no problem with a culture defining itself and setting parameters and boundaries and wanting other people to acknowledge their history. I'm cool with all of that. I'm just saying there's a common thread of hatred that I'm fucking sick of it. You want to finish up? You want to finish up or you want to shift gears? You have the last word.
No, I feel you, but the thing with the whole, turning into a hate group and, people hating on Black immigrants, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I feel like I wouldn't say it's hate. We're not hating, but I just feel like just going at, Black immigrants, man. I feel like that's part of the game, and I just feel like that needs to be a necessary step, because we have all these other type of people coming over here. They can play both sides, and I feel like that's not really good for us, and especially if, like I said, the bottom line is reparations.
Okay.
And I feel like, we, like, for instance, you had the last caller that was from New York, and I don't know what he was, but he said he rocks with FBA and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And, I couldn't tell, like, people like that, they can just be talking out their mouths. Like, we don't really know what these people are really about, because anybody can have.
Hello.
Anybody, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You dropped out.
Anybody can have one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because anybody can be friends with you, especially if you're shopping with these people.
Right.
You're going to their stores, you're buying their product. Yeah. Anybody can be friendly with you and then go home and talk any type of way about you behind your back.
Right.
But that's why I feel like it's a necessary part to really point this stuff out and really separate ourselves from these type of people. So I 100% agree with you when you said that ADOS people are divisive, because I know I surely am, and I feel like it's for a good reason.
Well, no, sir, I didn't say all of them. I just said my own personal experience at my age. I'm sick of it. I have experienced a lot. I'm not condemning the lineage. That I'm not doing. There are cultures that come here and treat African Americans or indigenous Black people, they are treated unfairly. But at the same time, you will kiss the ass of the quote unquote oppressor. You will go shop at his or her stores, pay outrageous prices for clothing, sunglasses, shoes. They don't want to do business with you. They'll let you come buy their garments and things. And yet and still you've got hate for other Black people, but you kill yourself to live amongst the oppressor and then get treated like shit. Go ahead, finish up.
Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure you know the story. You know, Black Americans, we come from chattel slavery, man. We're not like these other groups that come from these countries, and they're used to seeing their mom and dad build up these little small shops and stuff. They're used to seeing these people, you know, with family members with a so-called entrepreneur type mindset. Right. When it comes to us, we've never really been around that. You know, seen our parents build businesses and stuff like that, and have that type of entrepreneurial spirit like that.
Well, it's time to start.
It's really consumerism.
It's time to start, in my opinion.
So that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah,
it's time to start being better business people. I don't want to hear the excuses anymore. But again, I could just be an old nigga just talking crazy. But listen, man, I got to take other calls. Thank you for tapping in.
All right, no problem.
Thank you. Yes, okay. I'll let you speak. Hang on a second, guys. NotYourAverageClothing.org. I need to talk to you guys. Are you out there? Can you email me? NotYourAverageClothing.org. And let me get Easy Blade shaving products ready. All right, Baja got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. For the machine. Is Tip going to join the Snitch Network? I think he's already part of a network, isn't he? T.I.? The tipster. What was that? Crime Stoppers, if you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Hey, Anika, I got your donation. Okay, are you calling in? No? All right, I read your donation. Thank you, Anika. Thank you so much. Baja. Who's texting me? Hold on a second. I'm having some issues with my goddamn phone. This thing has been going off during the whole goddamn show. And then when I look at it, I don't see text messages. Does it need to be updated? Are the apps hungry? You don't download enough apps. I don't think I have any apps on my phone other than what? Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App. 713, sit tight. You're my last caller. Sit tight, okay? Same Crook got you donation for being a class operation on the internet sleuth. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Yeah. And folks, let me just say in the comments section for this particular show, do not take shots at other content creators, YouTube channels. It will not be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. You guys can express yourselves. I know my audience. I just showed you some analytics. You can express yourselves without, going at other people. There's times when we will do that, but tonight I want this show to stand on its own merit. We're having a great discussion. No shots, no shade at anybody, all right? Also, EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Please check them out. I'm going to spend some time tomorrow with Easy Blade Shaving Products, and we're going to post a new video tomorrow morning. Well, it's a video, hold on a second, with regards to how to use a straight razor and never cut yourself again. That will be posted tomorrow morning, okay? Area code 713, you are my last caller. 713, good evening.
Yo, my nigga, what's poppin'?
Houston, good to hear from you, man. Got to watch your mouth tonight. Houston.
No, hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I told you I was going to hit you back after I got settled in and got to get the new spot, done and, whatever.
How you doing?
On this topic here, Man, in the new spot, chilling. They got the studio getting set up. The essays over there. You know, I'm an equal opportunity employer.
Okay.
You know, for the chief. Yeah, I told you when doing Black History Month. You know what I'm talking about? But as far as like with the topic, the FBA and the ADOS people, it's all about money with them people. They got a good idea until you throw money in there.
I'm okay. I'm okay with people making money. I'm okay. I'm just, I'm tired. I'm tired.
But
Yeah,
but when they get that money, they think they can treat you any kind of way. But when they ain't got the money, they helpful then.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they start going against each other. They have a good idea until somebody put up the front money. Then when the front money get put up, the ideas go out the way. Look at what happened to other groups.
Well, hang on a second, Houston. I want us to stay on track here. I'm talking about the lineage, not any groups or social engineers in particular. I'm talking about the interaction that I have been experiencing over the decades. I'm tired of it. I don't want to go on another 5 or 10 years, if I live another 10 years, dealing with nasty behavior. I don't reward bad behavior. I'm not going to patronize your businesses. And matter of fact, yesterday, it wasn't me. Sometimes it's me. Yesterday, it wasn't me. You're not gonna.
That was out of line.
You're not gonna allow talk me with other people sitting there, as if, you trying to help me and I'm being difficult. I didn't grip up. I just put my money back and I said, cancel that, and I walked off. Now, I won't be back.
You could have went left. Like them chicken fried people, when they go in them chicken joints.
No. I don't even think like that. I'm not looking for issues and drama when I'm out and about. I mean, I have a certain way of talking that bothers some people because I'm always in a great space, and some people don't even want to see you smiling.
I know it. Yeah. Like some people just hate you happy. They can feel you happy.
Right.
They can tell.
Right.
They can feel it, dog. Like sometimes they'll feel you walk in, you'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" They'll just mean mug you. Just saying, "Hey, how you doing?" I know the feeling, dog. That's why I don't, when I see that going on, I just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't even finna let you steal my joy today. And then as far as the lineage, I'm from Metcalf, Mississippi, man. I don't know nothing about nobody else. Okay. That's my lineage. I know how to track my lineage. I ain't got to worry about who's the king and queen over there. I know my people sold moonshine.
Right.
And such things. I'm like, that's my lineage. Like, when you start digging deep and deep, these people only have lineage when it's about money, because everybody got a little black in them when the government giving away money. That's all I know.
Yeah,
dog, but that's all I wanted to say. Oh, and as far as T.I., you know how I feel about this dude.
Come on.
Dog, I knew that boy was lying. I knew he was capping. That boy been telling. Oh, man. And then Boosie, he seriously, I think they just fronting on that album. I don't think the album's going to be that good because they listen to it.
Right.
That's what I think about that. And then the other topic was, what was it? You said R. Kelly.
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about R. Kelly. I think we did good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to shut this down, Houston. Good to talk to you, man. We'll talk soon, all right?
I'm going to hit you up after over this weekend, and then I'm going to get that done. I was just waiting to get in the new spot, so I can start doing promotion. That's all, man.
Good to hear from you.
Salute to everybody.
Salute.
Man.
Thank you, Houston.
Already.
Yes, sir, already. Okay, Houston tapping in. All right, we had a good discussion here tonight. I wasn't trying to fly off the handle, but yesterday it just pushed me over the edge. And I'm the type of person, if you take my kindness for softness, I'm out. I won't be back to spend no money. I won't deal with you. I don't have to make, hold on a second, guys, any type of I got an issue. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. I don't have to waste my time and yours. I just keep it pushed. And that's what I did. Put the money away and I said, cancel that, and just walked off. Sir, your food right here. Now I've got her attention. Before she was on the phone, you know. I don't know, TikTok or something. White man would have came in there. Yaza, can I help you? Yaza. White man to get all sorts you know, treatment that the black man would never get. I'm not going to go into it. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. I've had enough. Bye.
from me. I'm out here, girl. I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more.
Why you tripping, baby? You know you invited. Acting like you know what's up, but you ain't psychic. Told you nothing going down, but you ain't like it. I told you nothing going down when you excited. So if you want a song, go and get the one. Show me the money, get the money, let's go down, down. Break it up, when we make it all, make it up, break it up, break it up, then we make it up, then we.
You out this world, need some space from me. I'm out here, girl.